Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing good and having a wonderful day. In this video, we are going to talk about S3 bucket misconfiguration and we're going to understand that how we can find S3 bucket misconfiguration on live applications. So whenever you are doing bug bounty or penetration testing, if you want to really know that how we can explore this possibility of finding this misconfiguration in S3 buckets, then this video is for you. But as always, before going to this video, if you haven't checked out my previous video, then go ahead and check it out. The link of the video is given in the description, as well as you can see it at the right side of the screen. And now, with that being said, let us get started. Okay, so now let us go ahead and try to see that how we can look for S3 bucket misconfiguration. Just before going to this application, I just wanted to let you know guys that this particular website is a fake website. It's a scam. As you can see, it is like sponsored. So let's say that if you are trying to register for your number plate, never ever click on this particular website. Why? Because in my relatives and in my friends, this happened that some people have clicked on this website and then they have like did the payment, and at the end the payment was received by the scammer, but you won't be able to like book your high security number plate, right? It's a clear cut scam, and be aware of all this website that like comes at the top of the Google search, and which is like mentioned as sponsored. So which this basically means that it is running through Google ads, right? So there is no way to identify whether this particular website is legit or not. So just you can like scroll down and like you can look for the legit website like book my hsrp. This is the actual website. Okay, so never ever trust websites like this is a clear cut scam application. Okay, and now with that being said, let's open this application. Okay, we'll try to go ahead and explore this application as an example, and then we'll see that how we can look for vulnerabilities or S3 bucket misconfiguration. Okay, so we have this application here, and you can see we can like book our vehicle, the number here, right? So let me just randomly select any state. Okay, so let me just go to, let's say, Andhra Pradesh. Let's say DL 123456789, and let's say uh this XXX, yeah, XXX 12345 again, 12345. Let's click on book now. Okay, and you see it clearly took our input, whatever random input that we're giving. So this also clearly means that this application is a fake one, right? Let me just do like this. Let's just quickly fill up the form, and in real world scenarios, whenever you are trying to do any kind of action on an application, whether it is like submitting a form, login, sign up, uploading a file, things like that, always try to look for the requests and responses that are getting sent in between. Chances are that you'll be able to find something really cool. Okay, so we'll simply go ahead and type a random name, rest, let's say 1122334455, rest at the rate best.com. Let's leave all this. Let's say two-wheeler. Let's add a random pin code 123456 and test 2. Okay, again let's just go ahead and turn on the intercept. Okay, let me just replace this with 6. Next step, next step, and you can see the payment QR is presented to us, right? And see the payment is about 950 Indian rupees. Okay, and even if you're going to scan this QR code, you will be able to see that this does not belong to the actual company. Instead, it is belonging to a particular person. Okay, so you can also go ahead and check that as well. But here let's focus on finding the vulnerability. So I'm going to click on this browse option, and we'll try to go ahead and upload some files. So let's say that I'm going to upload my product key just for this example. Select that, and let me just add a random value 12345667. Let's do this, and let's click on pay order. Okay, you can see that there is a a request getting sent, right? Post request. Okay, and here's the file as well. Let's intercept the response. Okay, and let's see what happens. Okay, so it says only JPEG, JPEG, PNG, and PDF files are allowed. No worries, let's try to provide that. Okay, I'm going to select let's say, let me just select like this one. Okay, just for this example, I hope it's okay now. Let me just quickly select a file. Let's say this thumbnail. Okay. Let me click on pay order. And let's just intercept the response. Okay. In the response, if you take a closer look in this payment confirmation, we have got something, that belongs to the Amazon AWS. And if you take a closer look, it is nothing but the S3 bucket, right? So what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to send this to repeater, forward this now, and here we have the data. And then let me send this again, and we'll copy this link from payment confirmation here, and simply going to open this in a new tab and paste it right over here. Okay, just to understand whether the file is getting saved here or not. And if we take a closer look, the file is indeed getting saved on this bucket, right? So what we can do now is, finally that we have got the S3 bucket, we can simply copy the S3 name, which is over here. It's book my HRSP. Copy this, and then we can like fire up our Kali Linux over here, as you can see. And then the first thing that you need to do is you need to install AWS CLI into your machine. Okay, and in fact I have already created a video on how we can install AWS CLI, how we can configure things up, and how we can get started for testing for S3 bucket misconfiguration. So you can just go ahead and check that out. I'm also dropping the link of that video in the description as well, okay, or in the pin comment. So yeah, you can check that. And if you know already, then you can continue watching from here. What we are simply going to do is we're simply going to type AWS, then we're going to type S3, okay, ls S3, and then over here we are simply going to paste the bucket ID, and then we're going to type no sign request. Okay, once we'll do that and hit enter, we'll see that we'll be able to list out all the files present onto the server. These are all the files present onto the S3 bucket. Okay, and now if you took a closer look, here we have something known as order, right? So let's go inside this folder /order like this. Hit enter, and you can see we're able to list out all the files present inside the order directory. And the sad part is that these are all the actual payment proof done by some victims to this particular person. Okay, so these are all the payments proof. And like you can take a look from here that how many people have actually fallen into this trap, and how many people have actually lost their money because of this, right? Some people even try to do SQL injection, but obviously it's not vulnerable to that. Okay, so this is how you can find S3 bucket misconfiguration. Okay, and now let's say that I want to download a file. What I can simply do is I can simply copy this one file, and I can simply go ahead. Like, there are two things that you can possibly do. Okay, first thing is just replace the value from here like this. Okay, hit enter, it will get downloaded. Okay, we'll be able to see, you can see that 950 has been paid to this particular person by this Neeraj Kumar from this particular person. See how sad it is, right? And another way of how we can download the file is simply using the cp command. Okay, so you can just do something like this. Let's say order slash, this is the file, and we want to paste it in the current directory, so that's why I'm using dot and slash. Hit enter. Wait for a few seconds, it's getting downloaded, and you can see the file has been downloaded successfully. Let's type ls, and you can see the file is right over here, right? So this is how you can look for S3 bucket misconfiguration in real application. I hope you all have understood this, but the main reason behind creating this video was to make you guys aware that there are some really dangerous scams and fraud going on onto the internet. So always be sure to verify or double check whatever application you're browsing, especially if it is related to payment gateways and things like that. Okay, from the bug bounties perspective, I hope you all have understood that how we can look for S3 bucket misconfiguration. This is exactly what you need to follow if you have ever encountered with an S3 bucket. Okay, just go ahead and try to use all these commands, and apart from that, this can be also useful in your pen test as well. So yeah, at the end, I hope you all have learned something new, learned something valuable. I hope if you have any doubts, you'll like mention it in the comment section, right? And now, with that being said, keep learning, keep hacking, and thank you so much for watching this video.